We paint the walls. We can be considered the green room.
It's not a blue.
Yeah.
We're the blue room right now.
We're in the blue room. 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Let me lower this music down.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday. Happy Manic Monday. Wow,
Happy July. It's July.
Oh my God. That's right. A couple days till America's birthday. We're all going to parades, fireworks. The girls were asking if we were going to go to the fireworks this year, and I forgot. But yeah, there's like a field that they do fireworks on. Can't wait.
Yeah, we have to go. We go every year.
And they had this commons. So in our town, they had this like get together where everybody gets together. There's food trucks and rides, and that's it. Food trucks and heat. I think there's like crafts too. Or is that a different one?
And I remember they had like a bunch of vendors and they would set up under a tent. And then, yeah, they have food trucks, ice cream. Remember ice cream?
Yeah.
They have like the same ice cream every year. I forgot.
Will they have ice cream? Let's have the crystal ball up. Today is National Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day. It's the longest hashtag in the world. It's when you decorate ice cream and you make it look really pretty.
Well, actually, so the creative ice cream is for the creative flavors. So those really weird flavors like mashed potato ice cream. Yeah, that's what it actually is, not the cute.
Oh yeah, creative ice cream flavor.
Yeah, so they're like potato chip ice cream, or we should look up the local ice cream shop.
Okay.
To see what they have on there. What's the one we went to that was so good?
Hayner's, I think.
Hayner's has some really good ice cream in upstate New York.
I'll share the screen on.
And they always have they do have creative ones, but they're saying like this day is to really step out of your comfort zone and your basic choices like vanilla and chocolate and go and try something new that's super creative.
Let's see. This is their food menu. Ice cream menu.
Oh, they need a new website, huh?
Yeah, look at this.
Let's go talk to them.
Yeah, aren't they? You said, oh yeah.
I would love to do an ice cream shop.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Who knows?
Oh, we don't know the flavors?
Oh, mobile. I mean, it might be. That might be us. Oh yeah, look, there's a separate. Nope. Hey,
I'll add that to the list.
Yeah, we love this shop. Look at this cart up here. Chaos.
Hayner's.
We'll be back. Goodbye. We're gonna contact them.
But anyways, they usually have really creative flavors here. They had like pistachio. Well, pistachio is kind of basic, but they had like don't you remember? It was like a Cookie Monster flavor.
Yeah, tons that are unique. I don't know about like if they're weird at all, but
I think the Cookie Monster one's weird because it's a different color and has a bunch of stuff in it.
Oh, the blue one. That's right.
Yeah. See, we wouldn't really know because we can't tell by their website.
Yeah. I think this one was that's blue right here. Is Cookie Monster. The weirdest ice cream I ever had was at the Gilroy Garlic Festival in California, and it was free garlic ice cream, and we all lined up, and it was a big long line. And I love garlic and I love weird things, but this was disgusting. I'll never eat it again. Didn't even make any sense.
That flavor doesn't make sense to me at all.
Garlic. Yuck. I mean, I love garlic, but they don't mix at all. What's the weirdest ice cream that you've ever tasted?
I'm so basic. I really need to. I actually want to step out today and do something a little crazy and try something new. But my go-to ice cream is cookies and cream. I mean, that's pretty basic. You can't fail with it. It's like the Oreos, you know what to expect. It's not too just vanilla or just chocolate, but it has the pops of cookies in there that adds that pop of flavor. And I just love it. I don't know. I get disappointed like if I don't get it. So I usually stick to it.
She does always eat cookies and cream.
Yeah, that's my favorite. But I think we should go get ice cream today.
Yeah, this is a great excuse to go get ice cream at Hainers.
Try something new.
And maybe the lady that runs it's always there. Be like, come on, your website. What the heck's going on?
Yeah, we should talk about our experience on the website. It's a family-owned business. It's a really cool place too. It has like a barn. You can sit out and eat inside. They have a store inside where they do like local gifts and things like that. Never had the food there, but apparently they have food there too. But this is a going problem that we see with some of these great local places is their website doesn't reflect that. So maybe we'll do a 3-tone
drive-by. We'll call them
3-tone ice cream drive-by.
Yeah, when we go by,
stop in actually because we're gonna stop in.
Yeah, okay, let's not call it
someone. Not drive-by. That's something else.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually, because that's a big mess. You know, I'm sure they need to upgrade. They're local. They're not that big. You know, like you said, they're like a barn and family oriented. But let's contact them. Hainers, we're coming for you. Be there. Let's tag them in this. We're coming for you.
We are coming to help save your website.
Yeah, and eat ice cream at the same time. So besides National Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day, take that off. It's also Metadata Monday. So we had a question from one of our loyal viewers, Jonathan Farr, who is a very talented writer, and he used to be a screenwriter. And yeah, now does other stuff like technical writing and writing about anything really. He's even when he writes to me like on Slack and stuff, it's very poetic. I was like, wow, he does write very even when it's just normal stuff about what's going on in the news.
Well, thanks for submitting your question, Jonathan.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anytime anyone wants to have us address any hot topic or things that they're dealing with in their own business, we're always happy to address that and talk about it.
Yeah. Let me put the question here, actually. Give me 1 second. What you want to talk about it? I'm just going to put the question on the bottom.
Okay. Oh, are you putting the question up so everyone can see it? Or
yeah.
So yeah, the question is about metadata, and let's see.
There we go. Metadata. This is him. It even sounds poetic. Metadata, useful in WordPress, or is it just keyword stuffing for the modern era? Well, Jonathan Farr, we have your answers.
Wow, his name sounds like a movie star name.
He even looks
Jonathan
like a movie star.
Farr.
Yeah, he even has like LinkedIn. He's like really.
That's a good actor's name.
Yeah, it is.
Or writer.
Yeah. How far will Jonathan Farr go? Tune in next time. I don't he sounds like a soap opera kind of thing. Tune in next time on Jonathan Farr. All right, anyways, let's get on with this. Is it? We don't know. That's our answer.
No.
Have a great day.
So metadata is important for your website. And even we came across this, right, with the issue with the soft 404s. Is that related?
Kind of.
It wasn't the metadata.
Yeah, that's a little bit different in terms of like why it's going to those soft 404s.
Okay, never mind. We won't get into that. That's another show.
Yeah, it is kind of related though.
Yeah, but it is super important for your site. But it is something that you should know the correct way of doing it, because there's a fine line and you don't want to get stuck on the keyword stuffing, which will negatively impact your search or being found on Google. Yeah.
And just to go over what keyword stuffing is. Keyword stuffing is when it used to happen. It used to be a really big thing where you would say you have a page and it's about a local ice cream shop called Hainers. And on that page, you would just put the word ice cream 1,000,000 times, or Hainer's ice or anything that you're trying to rank for, and you would overdo it, and it wouldn't be for the person that's viewing the site anymore. It would be for Google. It would be for the bot that is coming and saying, you want to tell them this is so much about ice cream that this page is really important because we mentioned it 10,000 times. So keyword stuffing is in the content. It can be in the meta, which we'll go over in a second. It could be even in the title or in the images, in the alt tags, and the headers. So when you overdo something, the word stuffing is like you're stuffing too many keywords into it. So Jonathan's question is relevant. It's like, where does that line get drawn where you're trying to rank for something? And of course, you want to use the keyword and the key phrase a lot because you want to rank for it, or even just in natural language, versus the other way where you're using it too much and you're going to get pinged by Google and saying this is fake. They're just trying to rank for it by the occurrence of the keyword. So what are some things that you can do to prevent that?
Well, before we go into the preventing, let's talk a little bit about the importance of metadata, what it really does.
Yeah.
Right? It tells the bots exactly the relevancy of the page. It describes an image and helps with accessibility. It can also decide if it's shared on social, where it would appear within those feeds. So there's Facebook that picks up on metadata that will tell, okay, this is relevant to this topic or this topic. So they're like little indicators to put into certain buckets, and it communicates with the bots on the relevancy of the topic. So those are just some key things that I just wanted to throw out there because it is used for other things and other systems to help communicate what it is. Do you want to add anything to that, the importance of it, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, it does show up on, so the Google results, you'll see the title, and then you'll see the description, which is that is the meta description part. So the title is the meta title, and then there's going to be a featured image, which is like an OG image or anything. So anything that is not in the content can also be considered metadata as well, but anything that's not really the full experience content of the page that really is meant for search engines and other things that are ingesting it would be considered metadata. So you're right on that, Reina.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And you know, there was the biggest, like, I would say, disagreement with metadata, and I've come across it when I worked in like an agency type thing, where they're like, there's these two sides, right? Saying you have to, okay, if there's an image of we'll stick with ice cream, but if there's an image of ice, like strawberry ice cream cone, but the name of the ice cream place is called Hainer's, what do we name? Do we describe the image in the metadata, or do we put the actual name of the ice cream shop there? There's arguments on both sides on that. You know, there's like a little bit of a gray area because it's like the ice cream is located at Hainer's Ice Cream. So we want to rank for that. But at the same time, on the descriptive, is that the best way to describe the strawberry ice cream cone for users? So I'm kind of torn on that whole thing because it's like user experience versus keywords versus the gray line, you know, and that it could relate to both.
Yeah, and I think the fact that Google always changes the way that what is more important is kind of confusing. But I think I have a solution for that. You have to pay $5. Subscribe to it. No, I think. Well, like I was thinking about that too, and how we always say like, should it be haters or the actual thing? But really, if you have enough space in the title, and I forget exactly how much a file name or a title. Usually, I think it's 70 characters or so. If you have enough space, you should just do both. Strawberry ice cream at Hainer's. Like, why can't you?
Yeah, that serves both. That will serve both things, and I agree with that. That's a good solution.
Yeah, if there's enough space. But I think starting it like with if it's strawberry ice cream, saying straight up strawberry ice cream, and then if you have enough space
at Hainer's.
Yeah, because at least it explains what it is, and you're almost satisfying both parties, Google and the user.
Yeah, I think that's our 3-tone solution.
Three-tone solution. Use both, Jonathan. Yeah. What Google's tomorrow say? We highly frown upon people using both.
Yeah, and just to stay in the know, because these things change.
Yeah,
What
they do.
is right today might not be right 2 months from now or even tomorrow. So it is something that you gotta stay in the know of the newest updates that Google rolls out and
Yep.
best practices, because they are testing and they are just on the flip of like just making these rules.
And a lot
So
more recently, I
Huh?
think. They've been doing a lot more because of AI
Yeah, and
recently.
we've been seeing those reflect on websites we manage, because all of a sudden we'll get alerts from search engine, what
Search
is it?
console. Yeah.
Search console saying, "Oh, there's an error here," and it's like across the board of all of them. So we're like, okay, there has to have been an update that's now impacting our websites. Let's see what changed. So that's where maintenance comes into important, because you can maintain your site, but then Google makes an update, and there needs to be more maintenance done to fulfill the needs of Google and what they want in order not to be dinged on any page. So,
Yeah. Right on.
right on.
Right on.
Sounds like
Yeah,
what's
dude.
that movie?
Matrix?
No, right
Morpheus?
on. Like with the blonde, he's a drummer. 90s.
Don't know. Wanna look
It
it up?
was a comedian. Right on, dude. Like kind of like that.
I don't know. I don't watch too many movies. The other
A
night.
lot of people were him for Halloween. You know this. Right on.
Oh, it's our
Landon,
beautiful sun.
go the table. Go.
Yeah, go eat breakfast. There's a million viewers. The whole world's watching.
They were in some type of
Bill and Ted.
no.
Excellent Adventure.
I'm describing it horribly wrong here, but it was they had the gray baseball cap, blonde hair. There was two of them. One had blonde hair, one had dark hair. They hung out.
Beavis and Butthead? No, it's not a cartoon.
It was kind of like them, but
Oh,
it was like a really popular 90s.
it'll come to us. You didn't find it? You're Googling?
Yeah.
While she's Googling, we watched a movie called, what was that? Abigail with the ballerina vampire. It was 4.5 stars. Unbelievably, I believe, unbelievably predictable, dumb. I don't know who these movies are made for. I don't know who's rating these movies at 4.5 stars or 5. What is their expectation? Very goofy. It was like a kid's movie, but also horror and gory. It was like Megan, but vampire. But I want to say, while you're searching, oh, you're talking about those guys? Like,
yeah, did you see that? What is it? It's not him, but it looks like him.
You know, the movie where they're in the car.
Yeah.
Wayne.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm
Wayne's
still trying.
World.
Wayne's World.
Party time. Excellent.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Right on, Wayne. We should be
Yeah.
like, you could be like, yeah, dude. Garth, I think his name was.
Yeah, it's called Wayne's World, and there was
Dana Carvey.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Dana Carvey.
It came out in 1992. Oh, when you said right on, it
Right
reminded
on,
me.
dude. I dig that. That's rad.
Do you want to pull it up? It's called Wayne's World.
Like to show it? Okay. Let me see. Wayne's World, party time.
Yeah.
Excellent.
This movie like sticks out to me for some. I don't know why. It was like we should watch it again.
All right. Wayne's World. There we go.
That's funny. That's one.
Yeah. 1992. Yeah, wasn't that SNL first? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was really funny. So
remember the car and they're doing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Let's watch a clip. No, I'm just kidding. We'll watch the movie.
Yeah. Well, anyways, let me get
Sorry.
back to right on. So, just some things to actually answer Jonathan Farr's question, how not to. I think that's really the question: is how do you really balance keyword stuffing when you want to actually optimize the page, but also not get pinged for keyword stuffing. The 4 things that I came up with are obviously use the keywords naturally. So I think don't just put them in if you're a web, I mean, not web. If you are,
you could take a minute.
It just turned into somebody else. If you are an ice cream company and you're trying to have a page about a strawberry ice cream, you don't want that description and the title to just be strawberry ice cream, strawberry ice cream, the fruit ice cream. You want to say it naturally. You want to have a sentence of that a person can actually read. And in addition to that, naturally, you can use synonyms, So if you're looking for so I did the thing earlier, and I was like, well, what about like responsive web design? If I was going to write a post about it, obviously I want to rank for responsive web design, but there's a lot of other things that I could be ranking for too, right? Like mobile optimized or mobile compatible, mobile responsive, touch friendly, user friendly on mobile devices, things like that. So getting those synonyms and then almost you can make a Google spreadsheet of them to create the sentences. You could drop those synonyms inside of our friend ChatGPT and generate those synonym comparisons. There's also a rule that when you do keywords inside of content or metadata, you should be having a 1 to 2% density. So for every 1,000 words about, you should be using the keyword about 10 to 20 times or a synonym thereof. So not too much. You don't want, again, if you go too much, Google's gonna look at it and say, nope. And then there's also something called LSI, which is latent semantic indexing. And that's pretty much the synonym idea, but layering throughout your content in a programmatic way. So when Google or search engines read it, it knows it's not just about strawberry ice cream. You could also be talking about the strawberries that are inside of it, the way that the ice cream is made, where the strawberries are from. So it's more of like an what's that word? Kind of like a spider web. Like when you start at one thing, you talk about all the things that are related to it in a semantic content or structure. So I think those are like the 4 things. It is based on industry because things change, of course, with Google. And it's also based on personal preference because one time you can go this route and then next year it could be changed, So I do think the main thing is to scope your content and scope your meta stuff to the user and forget about Google, because Google more and more, and AI too, it really wants to know, is this written by a real person? Is it not spammy? Hopefully, at least. I mean, the other way around is the worst, I think, if you're going to say those things that are being optimized are being indexed more and being shown higher in the search engine results. I would like to think that's not the world that we're going towards, and writing in a more human fashion is going to satisfy those users, of course, and satisfy Google in turn. So those are your Tony tips. I gotta take a breath. Whew. So is it useful? Is metadata keyword stuffing? No.
No.
That was the
yeah, that is the answer. It's not, as long as you follow Tony's tips.
Tony's tips. Yeah, just like be natural, be normal. I've been saying that. When I take pictures, can you just be normal? That was the screen again. So I think we answered your questions. Let us know if we answered your questions or you need more information. We can totally go over it in even more depth or show you. I was going to show an example about adding it, but really it's almost like a recap of what we did the other day. You had a focus keyword into Yoast and then scope the data, but using synonyms and stuff, because that is a great way to capture users, synonyms, because not just Google knows the synonyms, but also you don't know what people are searching for. When you're searching mobile, you think, oh, people are looking for responsive websites. No, they're not. They're looking for
and we talked about the tool Moz that you can check and see what the actual phrases are being used. So the Keyword Explorer is a good tool to use for that, where you can see how things are being searched with and use that, incorporate that into the content. So you're not guessing, you're not making any assumptions of what the the query is, but rather this is real data, real search is happening. And then also if you just Google and then you see related searches, you can use those as well if it relates.
Yeah, and those will give you the synonyms too. I was actually searching responsive web design and it started showing like touch friendly, and I was like, who? But people are searching for it. If you look at Moz, people will search touch friendly web design. Maybe it's an older crowd, but you know, it is touch friendly. You can't touch a screen, so I guess you could touch a mobile. So great question, Jonathan Farr. We'll accept more at any time. Share, like, comment, do all those things. We appreciate it. What else are we going to talk about? Let me get this off since that has been tackled, I believe.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway is, and when it comes to content, metadata, and your entire website, to try to be as natural sounding, like you're talking to a human as possible. Because first of all, it's easy to digest. Sometimes you really, when you get on a site, you really know, like, what are they talking about? Who are they talking to? They sound like a robot. What does this even mean? Are you using language that's hard to understand and that an average person doesn't get? Like, and if you are, then is there something on the site that somebody can click and identify, like, what does this mean, this terminology? A lot of certain geared industry sites, if it is something that needs and requires that vocabulary, they have some type of resource or glossary section where you can hover over and see what it means. Like, think about it from a user standpoint, provide all the information in an easy way to digest. And if it is something that's a little complicated, have a resource on that page that people can find out what a meaning is right from the bat. So thinking about those things is something that we would definitely recommend doing to provide the best user experience for anyone who visits your website.
Yeah, making it easy to understand is really important. There are a lot of times we'll go on websites and not know or if we redesign them, the messaging has been really messed with and made to be. Hey, Jonathan said, thanks. This was the most concise and understandable explanation of metadata and how to properly use keyword synonym topping for ice cream, cinnamon ice cream.
Oh, good. I'm glad that
yeah, that's great.
Our explanation was easy to digest.
Like ice cream.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Reina. So she's always thinking. Yeah, I mean, metadata it can be taken as, it can be spammy, obviously, but it can be also be used for good. So it's walking that thin line. What's that song by Johnny Cash? I walk the line. I walk the line. That should have been our song.
I know you should have started with that.
Yeah,
that should be our intro song, "Walking the Line." There's definitely a thin line there. So
we've been in the wrong positions the whole time. Yeah, thanks for the question. We're glad that it answered. And if you have any other questions, I know you're doing content, and I know SEO is important, obviously, to that. Drop them our way, because sometimes with questions we get to learn too. We get to look stuff up, and everything changes all the time. So these questions can really spark little things, which they always do with us. Rain is a thinker, always ideas popping out of her head.
I know. It's too bad I didn't have like a spider and you put like ideas, like
I could
bulbs coming out of my head.
We'll do like the Sims will pop up and level up. I'm like, oh no, she has a new idea. Yeah, so we really appreciate you and wish you a great Monday, manic Monday.
Hopefully it's not manic. So
yeah, I don't think it's going to be. We have a meeting. We're going to a client meeting at 12.
Yeah. So we have some meetings, in-person client meeting, and then we also have a Zoom call. So
yep. So we better get this day on the road.
Yeah.
On the road again. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Let me let's play us back here with Harry Styles' Cherry. Never even heard this song. I was gonna pick a different Cherry song because Cherry on the top. The other one wasn't loading.
I would say for my final word.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, where's your final word? Let me lower the music.
I guess to sum it up really is to be as natural and real as possible when it comes to any type of content that you are putting on your website. Natural in the terms of the words that you use, and also the images that you choose, to make it as natural and relevant as possible. So
yeah, that's real. Be real. That's a good one too. Because
stay real, as my dad would say.
Stay real.
Is that what he said? What was his quote?
Stay, I think it
keep
was
it real or something.
Yeah. I think that it does become more and more important as AI takes over and people just drop in stuff from AI and it's soulless and it's empty. Being natural and really saying this came from a human being with all the flaws that come along with it, and in language and the tone that you're coming across is important. Because if you look at stuff that's on, I think, did I say this last time about AI? Like there's how did that happen?
Oh, I was trying to put you first.
Oh.
But
hello, I'm way over here.
Why can I put you first?
You have to drag us. You go to the screen and then drag the mouse. Yeah, there we go.
No, but I was trying to just have you be the center. Solo layout. Oh, there we go. I got it.
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, because you hijacked my final word, so I was trying to.
Oh, I was just adding on to it.
I know, I was just kidding. So I was trying to. That's what I was trying to do.
Let me just. I'm gonna pose like that guy yesterday at the keyboards.
No, please don't.
So to add on to Rena's final word, what was I saying about AI? You're going crazy with the screens.
I know.
Okay, back to AI. There's billions of inputs in AI, so the text that does come out of it is empty because it's using so many undertones and writing from different sources and different people. Of course, it's smart. I'm gonna air quote that, but it's coming from this place of massive inputs. And so the output, of course, is always going to sound the same. Even if you scope it, it's still going to have this disconnected, and it's not coming from you, meaning the next time you do it, that billions of inputs and the output is going to be a little bit different, so it's always best to use the AI to generate the ideas, but leave the content writing up to actual humans or a hybrid version of that. Doesn't have to be just one person. You can use a combination of technology and humans. Sorry for hijacking your final word. I didn't mean to. I just thought of that as.
Don't need a hijacker. Just kidding.
Thanks. I gotta go.
Off to hijack another final word.
Oh no! Mute. The music on loud.
Oh no! I'm just kidding.
All right.
Very good. I'm glad you added on to that.
Thanks. Anyways, National Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day. Go have some ice cream out there. Enjoy the day. Really crazy
flavors.
Yeah, not garlic though. Ugh, yuck. See you tomorrow.
All right. Bye, guys.